all wild animals. Welcome to Disney Princess Ranch. We have some work to do today. I need to get Lowrider ready to go to Bristol, Tennessee. We are heading out to go to Cletus and Cars in Bristol, Tennessee this weekend. So if you're around Saturday to Sunday, I'm gonna do the best Lowrider burnout you've ever seen, and I'm gonna win the Crown Victoria race, obviously, as I always do. This is my 1964 Chevrolet Impala. It has a 6.0 LS built by Texas Speed and Performance. It has a Pro Charger on it, and then it has a lot of performance parts from Holley. So this thing is a freaking mean machine. And we got it all ready to go to LS Fest West out in Las Vegas, but then it broke right as we were trying to load it onto the trailer. And so we ended up having to take El Cromino, a last minute substitution, because El Cromino is always ready to ride. Unlike this thing, which breaks all the time. I have no idea why. Oh, yep. It's because, yeah, it's a little more complicated than a regular 1964 Impala. But we had some bad solenoids, we had a popped line, we had a leaking line on the engine as well for the engine oil. I have all that fixed. We have fixed everything that I know of that is wrong with this car. But literally every time we move this car, something breaks. Like it is way too much horsepower and way too much bounce for stuff to actually work, I think is the problem here. But today, I'm gonna charge these batteries. I'm gonna do a little test drive to make sure, and then I'm gonna put it in the trailer because this thing breaks too easily. Okay, 3 of our 12 batteries are hooked up and charging, and they are very low. This is gonna take forever. I'll show you what we did in here. So Mikey and I built a bunch of shelves that will go around the car. And then, we took the trailer to the bunker and Clint packed the shelves. So we have all of our merch. There's actually another shelf that goes right here. You can see how we made these mounts on the wall. All these shelves do come out. We put it so close to the ceiling that to make it fit, we had to put a 2x2 right here, which was not really strong enough, so we put some straps on there to support that. They do have 2x4s on this side, but I mean, it's packed. This one is lower because the front of the cars will go right up under there, and then it is packed 2 rows high. As you can see, I actually can open that door and can show you guys a little bit better. Front shelf, it's got 2 levels of bins on it, and it goes right there, totally across this doorway, but that shelf is removable too. So we can, actually all of the shelves are easily removable. They all just pop up, everything comes out of the way. And then we have the front, which is probably about 4 feet long, totally packed floor to ceiling with all kinds of stuff that we need. Our tent is back there. The stuff to hang banners, our speaker, everything that we need is in there. All the merch is here. So we have this shelf, that shelf, and then the one that'll go back there. So 4 4x8 shelves. This is the other shelf that goes in. And they all come out to make it easy. That shelf has to go in after the car. We were never able to bring as much merch as we wanted because the car and the merch didn't fit in there. We don't want to pile boxes on top of the car, obviously, and it's such a big car that it just didn't fit. And so we were sometimes just shipping the car separately, and we were taking just the trailer full of merch. This way, we get to save on shipping now, and we just haul the car and all the merch in one single trailer. So Mike and I just spent the time, which took a lot longer than I thought, to make this thing be able to pack as much as possible. We Tetrised this in here. That going in here later today. Last board going in, pack with the last stuff that we need to pack in there, and then she's ready to head to Bristol, Tennessee. There's a raccoon. Hey there, little bud. A little baby raccoon. He's like, this is great. That's first gen. He's got 12 valve Cummins. Oh, look at him. He's using his hands. He's like, this corn is some good stuff. Look at that thing. He's pretty young. He's a tiny little guy. Hey, bud. Every morning, 7:30, we do breakfast out here. Oh, you can hear him. He's talking. Where did he go? Don't go up in my truck. Okay, you're in the truck. Disney Princess Ranch. This is the best place ever. Several hours has passed and we have charged all the batteries. Also, if you watched our most recent Demolition Ranch video, this will make sense. If you didn't, it'll make absolutely zero sense ever. But we just thought it was funny, so Clint made this shirt and we're gonna sell it for a couple of days if you want a shark attack shirt with an arrow in the back of a stick man's head. Watch the video. God, it's a beautiful engine. Okay, 6.0 LS supercharged. Heading to Bristol, Tennessee. Got this cold start. Haven't started her in a bit. There she goes. She's alive. Sounds so mean. I feel like everything is going to break when I'm doing that. I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. And man, it does not. It feels like I'm going to roll over for one. And it also just feels like everything's about to break. So I'm going to put it away in the trailer while everything still works. Because if I do that much longer, it's not going to still work. I think there's a decent chance this thing will roll. I feel like I don't know if I actually am, but I feel like I'm at a 45-degree angle. And I want to do that and do a donut, which is going to throw all my weight. I don't know if this roof is gonna crush for sure if I roll this thing. There's a lot of weight. This thing has all the batteries, all the pumps, all the extra hydraulic lines and fluid. Plus we plated the whole frame. The frame is like 3 times heavier than it normally is to be stiffer. This feels sketchy.
Matt, can you see me?
Barely.
That's what I thought.
It's kind of dirty. Barely. I think that's gonna fit. Jeez. I think we could go forward a little more. Oh yeah. Got like a few inches to spare there. We could go forward more. No, just do front and then do back. We're gonna lower it down now. So we got the straps all on and we didn't tighten them yet because it shifts everything as it lowers. Holy cow. How's that ride when you're sticking out of there? Down all the way? I like it. Heck yeah. Donuts here. So we put our shelf in, as you can see. We disconnect all the batteries in the back, disconnect the battery in the front. I think this is solid. We tied her all in now. She's tight, she's not moving. Okay, need to bring some cleaning supplies. We can wash it as soon as we get to Bristol. Okay, who's going to Bristol, Tennessee? I'll see you there if you are. We filmed an episode with Donut. Brandon also came out. Those guys are great. Then went to lunch and we're back. We packed in tools. We got a jack, we got our scooters, spares, got jack stands, got a bunch of fluids, money boxes, some power tools, some other like computer stuff we need for checking out, dollies. I think she's freaking ready. I gotta get my race gear in here tonight, but we can go ahead and close all these doors because I think she is ready to go to Bristol. Y'all are still here? Hey, there was a little raccoon out here earlier. Have you seen him? No? Let me know if you see him again. He was pretty cute. You guys would love him. Whoa, these are some weird looking deer. That's a really weird looking deer. The goats are doing great. They're huge, they're dumb, just like always. They like to stay under these cedar trees here. You can see some of these branches are already dead. I mean, they're just totally dry and dead. Some of them had some little needles on them, but the goats, all the ones that are low, they eat them off. And so they like to sleep under this one. I'm gonna try to trim these spiky branches off to make it sort of more of a tree. I'm gonna try to do it with this chainsaw though. I just bought this thing. I don't know if it's a good idea because it's an electric chainsaw. So it probably has, you know, less power. I cut a few little branches with it, did fine. This is probably not great for it, but for those interested, if you want to know if a Milwaukee chainsaw is good, let's find out together. I paid like, I think it was like 350 bucks for this thing, so kind of expensive. They had 3 of them at Home Depot. This was the middle one. They had a real long one, a real short one, and a mid one. And so I have gas chainsaws we do all the big stuff with, but I thought if it's a small job like this, where I'm just trimming like, you know, a few branches off a little tree, it's kind of nice to have something handy like this so I don't have to mess with gas, don't get all stinky. I don't know. Watch me trim this tree and I'll tell you if I like it or not. Here's what I got. Now they can actually get under there. The reason I want to do this is because these things drop a ton of needles that later turn to dirt. I mean, you can see the difference between right there, that like really light colored dirt and it's all rocky, versus this, which they also lay over here and poop over here a lot. But this stuff is dark brown dirt. I want as much dirt to be in here as possible. There's a lot more dirt at the bottom half. You can see the property goes that way. Up here at the top, there's just not a lot because it's mostly cedars. It's very rocky over here, and where I can keep some nice tall cedars that drop a lot of needles and keep some dirt, that'll be really nice. See how it kind of starts getting rockier the further it gets away from trees? We need more of this. And so now they can actually get in here and lay in this nice dirt because there's not, you know, sticks everywhere. Actually, I think I'm gonna chop those. I left them because they have some green on the top of them up here, but they're kind of ugly. One-handed through a pretty big log there. Yeah, I like it. I mean, if I was gonna come out here and chainsaw a lot more, I'd probably get a gas chainsaw, but, oh, you guys are liking that, huh? So that's some good stuff. Demo, you wanna eat any of that cedar leaf? No? You solid? Okay. I kind of bought this thing for around the house stuff, if we need to like trim trees that are in the yard, that kind of thing. Even out here, most of the time I'll probably get a gas chainsaw because I'm gonna want to trim more than one cedar tree. Pulling the canopy up will also allow grass to start growing under there. Whoa, sunset. I love it. If you have a small yard, you just gotta do some minor tree trimming, that's probably a chainsaw for you. If you got a few acres, yeah, you need to get you a gas chainsaw because it just rips through. It rips through better. This thing does good. But if you have like a real tree to cut down, that thing would probably struggle. Look at those sun rays coming through. I'm gonna chainsaw until the light goes away. When you see a sunset or sunrise, it's good luck. I just made that up, but I'm pretty sure it's true. I'm actually gonna release this video on Saturday, which is the day of the burnout competition. So if you are in Bristol, Tennessee, come see us. Tickets are cheap. It's so fun. There's a lot of cool YouTubers there. It's a 2-day event. First day is burnout competition. Second day is the Crown Victoria race. Don't miss it. Tennessee, I want to see you there. Thanks for watching this episode. I love you. I'll see you next time.
Oh. Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mare.